Matt, well, first off, great to be back here at the Mem. I think it's been something like 4 or 5 months since we played a game here. How was it to be back here with the fans this evening?
I think the fact that the weather's so nice adds a little bit extra to it and probably puts a few more bums on seats in terms of the week we're having. And also the build up towards our first, or our return to the home stadium, so to speak, obviously with the new signings and the new faces and a new type of looking team. I think people wanted to have a little look at it for themselves, so really pleased that it attracted a crowd. Plymouth supporters were fantastic, so it wasn't just a normal pre-season game which goes through the run of the mill. There was a little bit on it, and pleased to come out on top.
What did you make of what you saw from the lads this evening?
Well, I'm really pleased. I really liked us without the ball. I want us to be a good team with the ball as well, in terms of more control for longer. But they've got some outstanding attacking players, and we kind of kept them at arm's length. When we couldn't do that, our keepers made saves and we made some last-ditch blocks. We actually should have penetrated a little bit more when we did win the ball back, and we had a few good opportunities off the back of that. So a lot of good signs. The key thing is unscathed in terms of the minutes, in terms of the bodies, in terms of availability moving forward. But some of those players really performed tonight, which was really pleasing.
First chance we've had a chance to talk about Promise since he's come in. How do you think he's performed tonight?
Yeah, hopefully he's going to build because he's a long way off match fitness and match sharpness. He's around that 60-65 minute mark at the moment. I think we saw a little bit more of the physicality top on the pitch. He's hustle and bustle, he put himself about, he took his goal really well. I think the fans will relate to his game. A little bit messy at times, not perfect, but certainly a bit of a battering ram top end of the pitch, and we've got to give him the service, and he also gives the team an out in terms of running power. So pleased with that, but I was equally pleased with Macron and LT. I thought that front three really caused the opposition problems both in and out of possession. So yeah, a lot of pleasing signs.
It's still pre-season, but how pleasing is it for you with a week to go to the start of the season that your team is playing this well against the Championship side?
Nothing's ever won in pre-season. We've got to be realistic in terms of that. We've got to understand how clean this game was, and how when we play maybe Northampton and some of the league fixtures, it'd be a different type of challenge, different physicality. But the signs are good. The biggest sign is the way the team are going about their work. Take the results to one side, or put them to one side, the style that we're trying to implement, but the way the players are going about their business. They look like they're enjoying their work and putting a real shift in. The amount of recovery runs and back tackles and maybe unknown sort of moments in the game, which just means so much to the group. Like I say, I was really pleased, but they had a real sting in their tail tonight. They're an impressive team, so we wish them well in terms of their championship campaign. But it's a good marker for us, and then we look for another one this weekend.
How's the last week of pre-season going so far, boss?
Well, it's going okay. We played Newport today. That was mainly consisted of a very young team for us, and a couple of ones coming back from injury. So they performed admirably. They lost the game 2-0, but performed admirably in terms of that. Great experience for that. We've not mentioned it yet, but Kofi, 17 years old, playing in the middle of the park against a championship team and championship players on that pitch. So hopefully the signs are brighter for the longer term as well. That's one thing we're really looking to build with the academy players and giving them a chance. And Kofi was in front of people tonight, but there was probably a half a dozen on the pitch against Newport today, which got a bright future about them as well. So, we're trying to build something in terms of longevity and involve the academy players in that. But in terms of tonight's results, I think our fans probably took a step forward in terms of excitement about what they can see from the team.
And then the final test coming up on Saturday, another championship team in Cardiff City.
Yeah, another level on, I suppose, an established championship team. But that's no disrespect to Plymouth, ex-Premier League team. Yeah, it's going to be a really good test for us. And some of those players who played tonight and came on towards the end will play this weekend. Like I say, the key thing for me, as much as where we're trying to get to on the pitch, is having players available. At the moment, I've not checked the change room. At the moment, bar Ruel and Chrissy, and we know Chrissy's suspension plays a part in it. We're not in a bad place. We're still looking to add a couple of bodies in terms of the market. There will be incomings and be outgoings. But I just want us to stay in a fit condition. We look like we're playing fit, but that's irrelevant if we keep losing bodies throughout the time. The biggest test will come 6 weeks in, 6 months in, and we'll see where we are then. But I'm pleased with the result because it's an extra confidence booster for the players in terms of the way we're trying to play.